Gen Z bustin' a mini. Gen Z bustin' a mini. Itty bitty titties in a ball. Itty bitty titties in a ball. 5'3" in an attitude. 5'3" in an attitude. Secret product in the trench. Secret product in the trench.
No! No! Why?
Okay, here we are. Hey, JD, Murray, and Stewie from Family Guy share the same pretentious accent. It's hysterical. Both are cartoon characters. Funky. Thank you so much, Funky.
Joe, he does sound like Stewie from Family Guy,
right?
doesn't he?
That's a great connection.
Okay.
Hey, back to Jimmy.
So Marco Rubio looks like the United States is done trying to get peace in Ukraine, and it looks like they're going to wash their hands of it. And Europe, which has been the big saber rattler, saying we're going to start funding the war. We got to fight. Go ahead. It looks like the Trump administration is going to say, okay, go ahead. You guys take care of it. It's not our problem. So let's listen to what he says.
I think it's important to remind everybody that the Ukraine war is a terrible thing, but it's not our war. We didn't start it. The United States has been helping Ukraine over the last 3 years, and we want it to end. But it's not our war. I want everyone to understand that. And the reason why I make that point is the president has spent 87 days.
Well, the United States has been funding it, and we did overthrow their government in 2014.
We did start it also.
So we kind of did. We kind of started it.
We proxy started it,
but
I didn't. So I'm taking that we as I didn't do nothing.
So he's saying the Trump administration itself
didn't do it.
Didn't start it. Okay.
The highest level of its government repeatedly taking efforts to bring this war to an end. We are now reaching a point where we need to decide and determine whether this is even possible or not, which is why we're engaging both sides. As you know, Ambassador Witkoff has had not one, not two, but 3 meetings with Vladimir Putin to determine the Russian perspective on this and understand what it would take for them to end it. We've, through General Kellogg, myself, and others, have had repeated engagements with the Ukrainians. So we came here yesterday to sort of begin to talk about more specific outlines of what it might take to end the war, to try to figure out very soon, and I'm talking about a matter of days, not a matter of weeks, whether or not this is a war that can be ended. If it can, we're prepared to do whatever we can to facilitate that and make sure that it happens, that it ends in a durable and just way. If it's not possible, if we're so far apart that this is not going to happen, then I think the president's probably at a point where he's going to say, well, we're done. You know, we'll do what we can on the margins. We'll be ready to help whenever you're ready to have peace. But we're not going to continue with this endeavor for weeks and months on end. So we need to determine very quickly now, and I'm talking about a matter of days, whether or not this is doable over the next few weeks. If it is, we're in. If it's not, then we have other priorities to focus on as well.
That to me, I welcome that news. To me, that's good news. That's the United States saying we're done funding this war. That's what it sounds like, because Trump has continued to fund it, even though Trump, when he was campaigning, said he would end the war in 24 hours. And then he even went on and said, I will end the war before I even get into office. He said, the war will be over before. He said that. I don't have the clip for you, but he said that.
Yeah, I remember.
And, well, here it is. He's been in office now.
24 hours to end it.
He's been in office now, I don't know, 3 months, right? February, March, April. So very close to 3 months.
Well, the American Business Week hasn't started yet. The Israel Business Month, tri-monthly period.
So that's good news. That's good news. That's them saying, hey, you know what, Europe, you go ahead. Go ahead, take your war. You're about big talkers. You always want this, and it's a pretend war. It's a pretend.
Douglas Murray.
This is a pretend war. Meaning, it's not what they say it's about. Russia is not going to roll into Poland, not going to roll into Lithuania, not going to roll into England. That's not what this is about. Aaron Mate wrote about this, so let me just give you a little piece. Just last week, Trump treated a Ukrainian request for Patriot air defense missiles with open contempt. You don't start a war against someone 20 times your size and then hope that people give you some missiles, Trump said.
Well, there's the Trump I like.
That's the Trump we like. According to the New York Times, European officials have not even received assurances that the United States will continue its extensive intelligence sharing for Ukraine, which was briefly paused after Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky's disastrous visit to the White House. Meanwhile, according to congressional sources, there is virtually no serious discussion underway about new weapons package for Ukraine after the current one, authorized in the Biden administration's last month, runs out. A source close to several senior White House officials told me that the chance of a new military assistance package for Ukraine under the Republican-controlled Congress is virtually zero. This is music to my ears. Trump, the source says, often changes his mind. He won't on this one.
Well, let's hope not.
In talks with Ukraine and the NATO states, Trump officials have ruled out NATO membership for Ukraine and discussed recognizing Ukrainian territories now under Moscow's control, including Crimea. While welcoming the White House overtures, Russia has greater ambitions. When Moscow speaks about addressing root causes, it has in mind not only Ukraine, but also a far-reaching agreement that would roll back NATO military assets and long-range missiles near its borders. Yet Trump, who helped fuel Russian fears by abandoning the INF Treaty during his first term, has shown no interest in undoing his own belligerent moves, just those he can pin on Joe Biden. Ukraine, Trump stressed last week, is Biden's war, not mine. Even if he were inclined to reach a broader agreement with Russia, Trump is also constrained by a divided cabinet. Aides, including Rubio and Ukraine envoy Keith Kellogg, have advised Trump to be more skeptical of Moscow's desire for peace with Ukraine, according to the Wall Street Journal. We sometimes hear contradictory things from different parts of the administration, a senior Western diplomat told Reuters. That also adds to the sense that there is no real plan here. A Russian opposition politician, Grigory Levinsky, voiced a similar concern. The American administration has only the most general wishes of what it wants. There is no understanding of how exactly to achieve it. Now serving as the nation's top diplomat, Rubio's skepticism of a deal with Russia tracks with his career as hawkish senator. In 2020, Rubio served as co-chair of the Senate Intelligence Committee when it released a dubious report on alleged Russian meddling in the 2016 election. Expressing a long-standing bipartisan consensus, the report complained that Russia took advantage of the first-term Trump transition team and their desire to deepen ties with Russia to pursue unofficial channels through which Russia could conduct diplomacy. During the final days of Trump's first term, intelligence officials voiced a similar position. The Kremlin, on January 2021 National Intelligence Council report stated, has long deemed that a weakened United States would be less likely to pursue assertive foreign and security policies abroad and more open to geopolitical bargains with Russia. That's what the intelligence officials said at the end of Trump's first term. The message from the United States national security apparatus was clear. Any reduction in assertive, i.e. aggressive policies, namely the proxy war in Ukraine, triggered by the 2014 Maidan coup, which ultimately led to the 2022 Russian invasion, along with any attempts for a geopolitical bargain with Russia, would weaken the United States. So there's a lot of commas in that. What he's saying is the message from the U.S. national security apparatus was clear. Do not reduce, don't stop the war, don't stop any assertiveness, keep being bellicose and saber-rattling with Russia. That's what they were saying. Having long been guided by these hawkish forces in Washington, Zelensky is desperate for them to regain control. I believe, sadly, Russian narratives are prevailing in the United States, Zelensky recently complained to CBS News. So Zelensky is hoping that the war hawk neocons gain control again. This speaks to the enormous influence of Russia's information policy on America, on the United States politics, and U.S. politicians. Reviving their spat at the White House, Zelensky singled out Vice President J.D. Vance, who he said is somehow justifying Putin's actions. Zelensky also called out Trump's envoy, Steve Witkoff, for arguing that a peace deal will come down to the status of Ukrainian regions claimed by Russia. I think that Mr. Witkoff has taken the strategy of the Russian side, Zelensky said. I think it's really dangerous because consciously or unconsciously, he is disseminating Russian narratives. So,
oh, well, it turns out Russia's right, so that's good.
Yeah, it turns out.
Shit.
So
Throw
that's
another
exactly
snort.
what they said to Tulsi when they asked her, hey, why did you tell the truth about Russia? Meaning, well, what they said was, hey, why did you repeat what Russia was saying about Syria? Because it was the truth.
I'm sorry the truth didn't favor the good guys.
Yeah. By lamenting the prevalence of Russian narratives in Washington, Zelensky, in fact, means a diplomatic settlement that addresses Russian concerns. Moscow will not get everything it wants out of Trump, but a speedier resolution is much more likely if Ukraine's main sponsor can stick to its newfound position that a conflict it has fueled since 2014 is no longer our war. So, I hope so. I hope Trump can find a peace. I hope Trump can find a peace deal, and if not, I hope that in a matter of days, as Rubio said, it's over.
Have fun, guys.
That the United States is done with it. Have fun, Europe. You go spend.
Hey, you guys finish up. I'm out.
You go spend a couple of $100 billion on a stupid war in Ukraine while your people can't afford housing, and your economies are tanking. Go ahead. You guys go do that.
Chris, Keir Starmer and the boys have a good time.
Have a good time, Keir Starmer.
Square ass head.
And Macron and the asswipes in Brussels. Go ahead. Go get them.
And Macron's wife teacher that baby's his dad. All of you, I wish you the best.
Okay, over to Steph.
Okay, thank you, Jimmy. Here we go. Joe Biden for Pope. He's a Catholic New World Order puppet, old nosy. UK wanted to off all the kiddies because of CCP COVID. Oh, thank you, Savage. Studies done before Fauci gets involved, Savage. Eric, is Kerp our huckleberry? Thank you. And then
I am your huckleberry.
you are.
We started a game we never got to finish, sir.
Hey, Jimmy, please invite reporter William J. Kelly to talk about Chicago's little entrepreneurs and Rom's reappearance post-Biden admin.
What's his name?
Japan ambassadorship. William J. Kelly.
And what does he do? He's an author?
Is a reporter to talk about Chicago's little entrepreneurs and Rom's appearance post-Biden admin, Japan's ambassador. Kate, thank you, Kate, for the recommendation.
You mean Rahm Emanuel?
I think so. Kate.
Write that guy's name down. We'll look into him.
All right. Savage, thank you. Savage, thanks again. Josh Woods. During the 2001 foot and mouth disease outbreak in the UK, a similar BS measure was enforced when they mass culled millions of healthy livestock and was later heavily criticized. Don't back down. Thank you, Josh. Back to Jimmy.